So, hello everyone, this is Judith with another video, and today it's all about twin flames and narcissists. The big question is my twin flame a narcissist? No. Yeah, of course there's more to say in relation to this, but your twin flame is, if this is your twin flame, then this person is not a narcissist. This person has most likely also been dealing with narcissists in their life, right? So if you have gone through narcissistic abuse, then this is a big wound. For me, I can say I have gone through narcissistic abuse, and most of my life I knew this, of course, but I couldn't feel it. And only when I was on my twin flame journey, when I met my twin and started my healing, then I could tell what damage had been done, right? And of course there's always grief involved as well. But the good news is that we learn how to deal with those things. And this is so freeing, and this is such a relief, right? And it's so worth being on this journey, and it's so worth putting in the work. And this is why I always say that the healing work should feel like joy, really. So the feelings that you feel, they might not be comfortable, right? All the things that are coming up, all the issues. But the healing, the thing that you take out time and do the healing and learn how to do it, just gather all the tools for your toolbox, and I can certainly help you with this. Then this should feel joyful, right? And the thing that you can do, and just saying this right away, the thing that you can do is take out time every day to be with yourself. Or just sit with yourself for 10 minutes. And if you do a prayer or whatever it is, or if you already have tools and you do the healing work, or you do a meditation, or you maybe choose to click on the link below and get the free webinar that I've created, where you have an energy clearing that you can go back to every day. All of those things will help you to establish a relationship with yourself and a relationship with the divine, right? And that's just an ongoing thing. Just when you talk to twin flames in union, and they would all of them, they all take out time every day for their healing work, for their relationship with the divine, for their relationship with themselves, right? That's something that we develop over time. That's so beautiful, and that's something. Watch out for the joy that you find, and always stick to the things that give you that joy, right? It's like a guidance system, that the tools and the things that you like to do, that resonate, those are the things that are for you, right? So yeah, the narcissists, yeah, this is also something. If you grew up with a narcissist, then you tend to attract narcissists into your life. Then most likely not only your mother or your father or both have been narcissists, but then also your best friend maybe has been a narcissist, your ex-partner, all of your ex-partners have been a narcissist. Maybe work relationships as well. I have something here. Work relationships, yeah. And so when you've dealt with narcissists in your life, then chances are that you are a toxic empath, right? And this also needs to be addressed, because we often think that the empath is not toxic, but that's not the case. The empath is also toxic to an extent. It always depends, with narcissism, that's always to a degree. You can be a full-blown narcissist, or you can have narcissistic tendencies, right? And same on the side of the empath. You can be an empath, or you can be a toxic empath, right? So we have to do the healing work, right? And we have first to see and acknowledge that we have been abused. And this is the first step, right? And this can be confusing and a lot of things coming up. And yeah, and then we might also think that our twin flame is a narcissist, because they are in most cases like kind of ghosting us, right? They're not showing up. And that's what narcissists do. They disappear from one minute to the other almost sometimes. But what the difference is that, yes, our twin flame doesn't show up, but our twin flame is not taking advantage of us. And that's what the narcissist would do. Our twin flame would most likely not talk about love or something like this, where the narcissists would like try to impress you with words. And the narcissists, they are all about they're telling a lot of nice stories, but when it comes to actions and what they do, then you find nothing, right? But they make you overlook that by telling you story after story. And it is also, of course, gaslighting involved, right? But that's another topic. That's something that you could easily tell. But with the ghosting, it's not so easy, because our twin flames, they're also kind of ghosting us, right? They're not showing up. They're like disappearing. And sometimes we have long periods of separation and long periods of no communication as well. But those are always times where we heal. And if your twin flame shows up after such a long period, then you would most likely also talk about those things, right? Or find yourself on some level where you communicate in a good way, right? Whereas the narcissist, they would only show up to abuse you, take advantage of you. Yeah, this is very different. It's a different flavor, right? Or they would not show up at all, because it's very often the more you heal and the more you become your true self, the more the narcissist would lose interest. Yeah, so sometimes it's a good idea to just see what happens, right? If you're really suspicious, you really want to find out, well then, look for if this person really shows up again, or if this person does not show up, and then what is coming from this person, right? How is this person behaving? We tend to also to put our twins on a pedestal, but we are not aware very often that they have issues. They have their issues. They are maybe scared. They do not feel worthy. It's always the same, right? We do not feel worthy of love. We have low self-esteem. So if you have this, then your twin flame most likely has this as well. And this can also be a reason why they do not show up. Or because they have other commitments, right? So a twin flame would always take those other commitments seriously, right? And would I'm not saying that twin flames never cheat or something like that. That's not true. But they would still care for everyone in their lives, right? They are very loving people, and they are empaths, just as we are. Sometimes toxic empaths, right? And they get abused by other people, taken advantage of. And that's also something where you can maybe tell if your person is a narcissist. But I also know that this fear of the other being only a narcissist keeps coming up, right? It's not that it only appears once and then it disappears. It feels sometimes with those issues, because this is a big trigger, right? It's a big trigger, and with all triggers on our journey, it's just that you have a big trigger in the beginning, and then the trigger gets smaller and smaller in the process of healing, right? But you always get like confronted with the same triggers really, but let's say trigger because it's this suspicion that the other person is a narcissist. And really it'll only show or reveal itself over time, yeah. And really during that time, you've worked on your healing, you've worked on your issues, you've transformed, and that's for sure a good thing. So you are already on the way to your twin flame union, whether it is with this person that you have in mind now, or whether it is maybe with someone else. Only time will tell sometimes, yeah. So because the more we become our true selves, the more people who do not resonate with this higher vibration, and you holding more light, and you experiencing more joy, then those people who do not resonate with that, they will just fall away. It's just that. To a narcissist, if you have a good life and you're the most joyous person on the planet, this would feel so bad to a narcissist, really. He could not, or he or she could not react in a positive way. Most of the time they are very jealous, right? And they would make sure that they would try to destroy this. And your twin flame would not do that. Your twin flame would in one way or another, but support you in this, right? So this is also something where you can tell whether this person is a twin flame or a narcissist. Yeah, it's sometimes not so easy, yeah. I see that. But the more we do our healing, the more we move forward on our journeys, the more we gain clarity. So clarity is also a big one, right? So that we really gain clarity and discernment. What is, and I can also help you like to gain clarity and discernment. I can teach you how you can get clarity and discernment. And it's like a training, right? Over time, you get better and better, and then when you have clarity, then feel how much joy this means, right? To have clarity, and know that you can move. Absolutely, you can move into this unconditional love. You can attain this twin flame union, right? It's just, it takes dedication, it takes work, and it's absolutely worth it, because if this other person is a narcissist, then this will be shown to you for sure, right? It's as it is always when you ascend, right? It's a path to ascension. It's always the same gig. You have to give it over to the divine. You have to give it over, and that's what detachment is. It's all about detaching, right? Just have to give it over, because I've experienced this over and over again. When I dare to be who I really am, my life is falling apart, right? Because some people will fall away, some workplaces will fall away. Yeah, things fall away, and you're on your way to the things that are really a match, right? Things where you feel good, the things that you appreciate and where you are appreciated, right? The things that you love and where you are loved. So it's a process where we also gain trust little by little. And so nothing is wrong with taking step after step and just observe, where am I? Am I in doubt? Am I suspicious? Am I confused? Is there no clarity? And then, what is my vibration? How can I raise my vibration? What are the feelings? What are the feelings? Sit with your feelings. What are the feelings that are coming up? And I, for sure, am very happy to help you with transforming all of those things. I can do quite a bit in a session. So don't hesitate. Send me an email to find out if it would be a fit for you to work with me. I offer 15-minute free spots. Apply for those via email as well. So you can test out a little bit and see what I have for you in a 15-minute short session or short encounter with me. Yeah, and I absolutely have and had help from my teachers as well along my journey, and that's really that can be very helpful when you are in confusion, when you are stuck somewhere. Then I'm very happy to help you, and I'm also trying to put something together for you. I hope I can do it this year. That can help you. It's like a toolbox that can help you to do the work in a very efficient way on your own, right? Because you have to do the work. Nobody can do this for you. Can only help you along the way and maybe be kind of a shortcut. And then also teachers, so that where you learn from. But you are those magnificent beings who facilitate their own healing, right? You are not victims, you are masters, you are spiritual masters, you are divine beings. And of course you can do it on your own as well, right? But maybe you want help. I would not call it help. Maybe maybe you need assistance with some things, and maybe you are in this phase where you want to fill your toolbox, and this would be where I jump in and where I'm here for you. And as I said, I still do this with my teachers, and they've been in the helping field forever, really. They have a lot of knowledge, all kinds of things. They always say, well, we do not like to use the term narcissist, right? This is because later on the journey, when we are in a place of unconditional love, then we would always see the wounded person that the narcissist really is, the wounded person, and we would see where this person is, and we would leave this person to his or her choices, right? And we would not react to this, and we would not get involved. We would just firmly stick to our choice, which is unconditional love or joy or whatever it is, right? It's something very high vibrational. And so that's it's a different stage then. But it's also valid, and it's also important that when you have this question and you have gone through narcissistic abuse, to really educate yourself on that. There's tons of good information out there on the internet, so that you really get to know what you have dealt with in your life, and that you can also grieve, and that you just can come to terms with what has happened to you, right? And start the healing process, and start being with yourself more fully, and start allowing those feelings to bubble up to the surface, right? To be dealt with. Because it can be very, very, very hurtful, and we have to take a little bit of time for this to happen. It's a process as well. And then once we healed a great deal, then we do no longer need to label the other people, right? And we can just see them as potentially good, but making other choices. So yeah, that's all for today. And I see you in the next video. Bye for now, everyone. And as always, please leave your questions or whatever in the comments. Please like, subscribe. I really appreciate. It helps a lot with getting the information out to people who need it. Bye for now.